They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell trying to run. Nothing there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Smith. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 12-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Go, Chief! White! Purdue! What's up?
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
694.
On first down, Carr. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Carr going to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now Carr, he wants to change up the look here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college.
Now! 180! 180! We're good, we're good!
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. After the interception, here's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
Hey, here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Geno now to throw. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first and 10, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the air again, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
and that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down, and that's a smart move to throw it away.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 3rd and 2. Now Carr. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. Down the sideline he goes. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Throwing now is Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Carr. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and 93. 93. That's it.
To throw, it's Carr. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 13-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Here's Smith now on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw on second down is Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gibbs straight ahead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw his Carr. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This is 2nd and 8.
We're good, we're good. Kill. What's up?
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jahmyr Gibbs making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And quickly to Thielen here. Touchdown, Vikings! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Smith. Completes it to Perry. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just...
And a big loss here as he's taken... The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Geno now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Berrios. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, Carr's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Gibbs again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Smith. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
38. Buccaneers 20.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And they can't bring him down. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Jahmyr Gibbs, 82 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now Geno on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr going to throw here. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1.